about the two cannibals who caught a clown? As they began eating it, one said to the other, "Hey, wait a minute. Do you taste something funny?" Why do Scotsmen wear kilts? So the sheep won't hear the zip. A bad football team is like an old bra. No cups and very little support. What do a diamond ring and David Beckham have in common? Both come in a posh box. A man returned home early from work to discover his wife in bed with a naked man. "How dare you?" he bellowed. "Come here, you bastard. I'll teach you a lesson you won't forget." "Now, wait a minute, Tom," interrupted his wife. "You remember that new car I got last spring? Well, he gave it to me. And that smashin' holiday we went on? Well, he paid for that. And I think we could use a new roof on the house soon." "What are you thinking of?" replied the husband. "He'll get cold if you don't cover him up. I'm sure he could use a nice cup of tea." An old man was very sad because he had mislaid his favorite hat. So on an impulse, he decided to steal one from the church vestibule when morning service was on. Unfortunately, the verger walked in just as he was about to commit the deadly deed, so he was forced to attend the service. Later, as he came out, he stopped to talk to the vicar. "Thank you very much for that wonderful sermon on the 10 Commandments. I had intended to steal a hat, but after listening to what you had to say, I decided against it." "Well, that makes my job worthwhile," beamed the vicar. "I suppose it was the commandment, 'Thou shalt not steal,' which stopped you stealing the hat." "Oh no, vicar. It was the one which said, 'Thou shalt not commit adultery.' As soon as you mentioned it, I remembered where I had left my hat." King John was off to the Crusades, but before he left, he told his faithful servant that he would leave with him the key of his wife's chastity belt for safekeeping. "If you don't hear from me within 5 years, you can let her out," he said. The king set off, but he'd only been gone for an hour when his trusty servant caught up with him. Sir," he panted, "you gave me the wrong key." Two men were talking over the garden fence when the fire station's alarm went off. Immediately, Jack bid his mate goodbye and headed for the gate. "Huh, Jack," his mate shouted out to him. "How long have you been a volunteer fireman?" "I'm not," replied Jack, "but my lover's husband is." The simple man was beside himself with anger when he discovered his wife in bed with another man. "How could you?" he yelled, and taking a gun out of the bottom drawer of the beside table, he placed it to his head and cocked the trigger. "Don't, Jim, please," sobbed the woman. "Put the gun down." Jim replied angrily, "Shut up and start saying your prayers. You're next." The man came home early from work to find his wife lying naked on the bed, crying her eyes out. "What's wrong?" he asked. "I've got nothing to wear to the dance tomorrow night," she sobbed. "Oh, come on now. You've plenty of clothes." And with that, he went over to the wardrobe. See here? There's the nice pink dress, the pale blue skirt, the yellow cocktail dress. Hi there, Tom. The green silk gown.